Welcome to another episode of Music Therapy. I am John Thewin, your resident psychotherapist, and today we are listening to your recommended song of Man in the Sky by Tom McDonald. I'm excited. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you like. Really helps the algorithm for me. And let's get right into it.
There's a man on TV at a desk in a suit. He lies through his teeth and they still call it the news. And there's a man in a white coat whose medicine kills. He loves.
Wow, so he's really diving in here to the different roles and how they can really be deceptive. News people are supposed to tell the truth, but oftentimes misinformation spreads faster than the truth. And there is the reality of doctors and medical errors are the third leading cause of death in the United States. Not doctors independently, but medical errors like nurses, healthcare professionals, miss administering medications in hospitals is a big one. And it's really scary to think about.
Call it the news. And there's a man in a white coat whose medicine kills. He loves when you're sick cause you pay for his pills. There's a man at the bank who will give you a loan so that you'll buy a house and then he'll take your home. There's a man who wants you spending your life online. Those are searching for truth but controls what you find. We'll be fine, babe, but if we don't make it through.
Wow, this is such a potent song here. I actually knew a client who paid off his house and he couldn't pay the taxes, and so the bank repossessed his entire house that he owned because of like a $2,000 tax bill. So it's really tragic, and even though you own something, you still have to pay taxes on it, and the more money it is, the more taxes it is. So it's really, oh geez, yeah, it's scary.
What you find will be fine, babe, but if we don't make it through. There's a man in a church who I really hope told me the truth.
Faith.
Said there's a man in the sky watching over me.
Wow, I love that panorama here.
Said there's a man in the sky.
So beautiful. It looks like Red Rocks, Colorado, or like Flagstaff, Arizona. So beautiful.
Watching over me and you. It don't help if you can fly. Way past the moon. And there's men here on the ground that just want to burn it down. They want money, they want power, don't want no one else allowed. We'll be fine, babe, I'll be the man for you. There's a man in a court sworn to uphold the law, but he's crooked as a fence post and don't do his job. There's a man in a classroom who should know the facts, but he's brainwashing kids, teaching English and math. There's a
Wow. Oh, geez. So lawyers and people in courtrooms not upholding what they're supposed to. Public servants, for instance, have so much power in regards to how they affect the community. And if someone in the court is crooked, it really has a ripple effect of skepticism and cynicism within a community that can really tear down what's right and make doing what's wrong acceptable. And this idea of being brainwashed in schools is, I think, the most prominent it has ever been, because we're living in a day and age where, history textbooks are changing to favor the United States, to favor our narrative, and to discount what actually happened, and instead of owning up to the tragedies that happened on our agenda.
He's crooked as a fence post and don't do his job. There's a man in a classroom who should know the facts, but he's brainwashing kids, teaching English and math. There's a man in your phone who hears everything you say. He knows everywhere you go, every joke you ever made. There's a man with a bloodline that owns the whole world.
Wow. So absolutely, we know that cell phones, for instance, record most of what you say, and when you have a giant, really high def camera and a high quality microphone, and you allow certain permissions for specific apps, like TikTok's a great example of this, because we know that it steals your information, it sells it to the highest bidder, and it uses it to try to market things better to you. And that's how, for instance, if you're talking about a desk just in a conversation with your friend, and then a desk ad pops up on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp, then it is tailoring specifically for what you want and what you are talking about. So technology can be highly functional but also highly intrusive, and it's so scary to think about our entire digital footprint of everything we've ever posted online, all our pictures in our phones, all our text messages. They're pretty much there to stay. I mean, the cell phone company owns them, and even if you delete it, they can still be accessed through the cloud online. So it is, yeah, this is a skeptical song, really sowing doubt in the fabric of society. It is so valid because there are so many things to doubt in this current world.
Every joke you ever made, there's a man with a bloodline that owns the whole world. Every airplane and building and gold brick and pearl will be fine, babe. But if we don't make it through, there's a man in a church who I really hope told me the truth.
Wow, I love that he's contemplating his faith throughout all of this cynicism and skepticism. It's so important.
Said there's a man in the sky watching over me and you. It won't help if you can fly. He's way past the moon. And there's men here on the ground that just want to burn it down. They want money, they want power, don't want no one else allowed. We'll be fine, babe.
Oh, that reminds me of Batman and Heath Ledger and how some people just want to watch the world burn. And while that's true, most people don't. Most people are well adjusted, want the best for themselves, their future, their kids, their posterity. But some do, like the very, very small minority, like 1 out of 1,000 people just want to watch the world burn. And yeah, power is something that we try to attain. We climb up the ladder, but then we realize it's the wrong ladder, and we don't even want to be CEO of this business or manager of this company because it's not fulfilling at the end of the day. Power is not a healthy thing to obtain, especially when you have control of an entire business, company, nation. I don't think sane people personally strive for immense amounts of power because you have to be fully aware of the consequences of each and every decision that you have to make when you're in power. And there are negative externalities. There are positive impacts, but also a lot of negatives. And personally, I don't want that on my conscience. Woo!
Money, they want power, don't want no one else allowed. We'll be fine, babe. I'll be the man for you. Pray that the man in the sky's watching over us tonight, 'cause there's people looking down on us for fighting for what's right. Hold the line, babe, and I'll hold on to you. There's a man in the clouds and I hope he's looking down, 'cause there's people here on earth who trying to put us in the ground. We'll be fine, babe, I won't let go of you. Said there's a man in the sky watching over me and you. It won't help if you can fly. He's way past the moon. And there's men here on the ground that just want to burn it down. They want money, they want power, don't want no one else allowed. We'll be fine, babe, I'll be the man for you.
Wow, and I love the chorus because it shows that he has to really provide for this relationship, and despite all of these uncertainties, he has to be the man for her. And in a world that is imperfect, is flawed, is really, really tough at times. And that's why faith in yourself and higher power and your relationship is so important in maintaining your mental health, maintaining your sanity. But what an amazing song. He really tore apart a lot of professions. And don't get him wrong. There are good doctors, good lawyers, good people in power, but a lot of them aren't. And what happens is online, the bad ones get proliferated, and then it spreads, and then we think all people in power are bad, which is, of course, an overgeneralization. And we can't say every doctor, every lawyer, every person in power is bad. That's not the case. But there are some bad eggs, and some bad egg spread, and they can really leave a bad taste in our mouth. But what an incredible song, Man in the Sky. I love it so much. What a song. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I'll respond to your comment. And leave the next song you want to see me react to in the comments below. And thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in another episode of Music Therapy.